All right, hello. Welcome back to the channel. This is Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, and my name is Roderick Chappelle. Thank you for being here, and cue the intro. One of these days, we're gonna get a real intro. One day, we will do it. Okay. Until then, you guys gotta deal with this craziness. So today, we're gonna talk about what is your emotional status going to be when/if the balloon goes up, WROL, TEOTWAWKI, SHTF happens. What is going to be your emotional state? Okay. And I was thinking about this because a lot of people are wishing and wanting for WROL. Believe it or not, a lot of people are wishing and wanting for it because they think that, well, for several reasons. One being they think that that's going to be the only way that we can kind of cleanse people of the way we are, you know, of the things that they don't like, you know, maybe the economy or the dichotomy of the way we live or whatever. I mean, it's some crazies out there. Okay, some crazy tinfoil hat wearing folks. Hopefully, I don't ever become one of them. But there are some crazies out here that are looking and wanting for this to happen. Okay, I never want this thing to happen. I never want us to be in a situation where there's going to be death and destruction all over the place. I never want that. However, I've always been taught to plan for the worst, but expect the best and plan for the worst. That's where I've always been taught, and that's where I kind of live now, and that's where I really kind of teach. But what is your emotional state going to be? Are you going to be relieved? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to be sad? Are you going to be panicked? What is going to be your emotional state? I believe that the more prepping and planning that you do now, I believe the more at ease, because we're all going to go through some initial panic. I can tell you that straight up. We're all of us, no matter how much of a prepper you are, no matter how many stores you have stored up, no matter what you have going on in your life, when you find out that we're dead smack in the middle of WROL, SHTF, TEOTWAWKI, I believe you're going to freak out a little bit. We all are. That's human nature. And if you don't, then that means you're one of those crazy that's been looking for it and wanting it to happen. And if you are, that's fine too. I mean, it takes all kinds to make the world go round. But I was thinking about that. I was like, man, what am I going to do? You know, and I think and believe that there will be a telltale sign. I don't think we're just going to wake up one day and bam, it's here. I think there'll be telltale signs, unless, with the exception of that, an EMP or a solar catastrophic event. With the exceptions of those two, I think that it will be gradual, and you're gonna have to see the signs of it. I mean, I see the signs now, and we're right there where if something continues to go the way it's going, and it tips the scale, especially the food right now, okay, with the food shortage and the food crisis, that could spin, that could turn. And I keep talking about it, but y'all, I am nowhere close to being ready. If the flag goes up right now, we're better than most, but we're not ready, okay? We are so not ready. And granted, I have a lot of stuff saved up, but I don't feel close to being ready, not even close. And I also been thinking about this, and you guys let me know in your comments what you think. What time of the year, if it ever goes down, what time of the year would be best for SHTF to go down, to start? And what time of the year would be worse for SHTF to go down? Because in my opinion, I think the worst time of the year is going to be the winter time. I really think I think that'll be the worst time of the year for total hell to break loose. I really believe that. I think that if it's in the summer months, I think people got somewhat of almost of a fighting chance, even though people are gonna just freak out because they don't have air conditioning. It's not gonna be as bad as everybody thinks. Okay, your body's gonna get adjusted. And having said that, I mean, you'll get adjusted to the winter months too. I just think people got more of a fighting chance during the summer, to be honest with you. That's just the way I feel. I could be wrong about it. Maybe it's something I'm overlooking. But man, you're only gonna have a little while to freak out though, you know, if and when it happens. If it happens, you're gonna have like maybe 10 minutes you can freak out, and then you gotta start implementing plans. That's why you gotta think about things now. You know, like I did a what would you do earlier, and hopefully you guys comment on that. And that's why I like the what would you do scenarios, because they get you to thinking about things that you would do in that scenario. You know, if you wake up this morning and the power's out in your neighborhood, and then you find out the power's out in your whole city, you might want to start implementing some, you know, plan A, plan B, plan C, what we're going to do. You know, start thinking about those things now, so that if they ever happen, you won't be freaking out about what we're going to do. You already know what to do. Okay? Does that make sense? So hopefully, you know, hopefully this helps. If and when it ever goes down, hopefully it'll help, because I don't want you freaking out. That's the last thing. I mean, you're gonna freak out a little bit. It's okay to freak out a little bit. I just don't want you to freaking out a whole bunch. I don't want you being frantic. I don't want you being to the point where you don't know what to do. You know, I learned in the military, prior planning prevents poor performance. Okay. I used to say it a little bit worse than that, but and just, you know, start stocking up now. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm always gonna teach. I'm gonna teach water first. I know most preppers are gonna say, you know, 750 pounds of food per person, per individual, per year. But I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna tell you guys over and over again. You gotta have at least a week's worth of water per person. You gotta have at least a week's worth of water per person. Because after that, you know, if you got that much water stored up and you're constantly rotating that much, then I know for a fact that you're constantly drinking water. Okay, you should be drinking anywhere between. You should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces already. So if you're rotating, you know, 7 gallons per person per week, if you're rotating that already, then that's your lifestyle. You already got that amount on hand. Think about it. I mean, I try to keep things simple and basic, and I try to teach you guys to do things that you're going to do in everyday life. Because if you're doing it now in everyday life, then guess what? It's not going to be foreign if something happens. You're just going to figure out a different water source. Because if you got 7 gallons per person per week now, then up it, double it to 14 gallons. You know, and then be rotating that original 7 per person. Bring your reserves in for the following week, and then replenish your reserves. That's kind of the way we live. Okay. Are we there yet? No. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're not there yet. You know, I'm teaching you guys the things that I see are gonna be the biggest challenge for people, and I'm telling you now, food is not gonna be a challenge. You can go without food for so long, it's ridiculous. Then you can eat a little bit and then go without food for a much longer. But if you're not getting hydrated, your mind is not going to work out. A lot of people think that, oh, if you're not eating, you're going to be foggy. Actually, the less you eat, the more clear you are. The least amount of food that you consume, the more clear you become. Okay? And especially if you're consuming raw fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds. If you're eating that kind of stuff, you're really going to be clear. But I'm telling you now, without water, God, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You're going to be in a world of freaking hurt. And I'm trying to find more ways to store water. Not only to store water, but to store and use water now. So if you guys have suggestions, please, by all means, shoot them in the comments, shoot me an email. Because I think water is going to take people out more and faster than food. Because think about it. When you're thirsty, what happens? You're already dehydrated, which means you're already foggy. You're not, I mean, you can eat all you want. And that's the last thing you want to do when you're dehydrated. Last thing you want to do is eat. Because if you're already dehydrated and you start eating, it's going to pull more from you that you don't have. Then you're going to be constipated. You get constipated and you're not eliminating, you're not getting things moving. I don't know why I got into a health talk on this one. But I don't want you to freak out. I mean, it goes all the way back to, I don't want you to freak out if/when, and hopefully it never happens. I don't want you freaking out if it ever happens. I want you to be prepped. And, you know, I started out with, we started out early, was like, okay, 3 days of water and food, 3 days. Then I was like, no, you need to have at least 3 days of water. Now you need to have at least 7 days of water. And then as we progress, it's going to be, you need to have 14 days of water. Then it's going to be 21 days of water. And just constantly keep using it, replacing. Use it, replace it. Use it, replace it. And constantly figuring out how to store more water. Because getting 750 pounds of food is easy. Storing a gallon of water per person for 365 days, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be such a challenge. You can go right now to Sam's, BJ's, or Costco, and you could buy 750 pounds. Let's not even say 750 pounds. Let's say 200 pounds. You can buy 200 pounds of beans and rice right now, right this moment, from Sam's, Costco, BJ's, or any of those, even Walmart. You can go right now and buy that. It's on the shelf. You can go get it. But can you store it? Can you find that much water and be able to store it and be able to get it? One, you can get out. Can you get out the store? Are you gonna be able to get that water out, that amount of water out of the store? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You might be able to. But then when you get it home, where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna keep it? Where will you? I swear, I just can't seem to get out the city these days. So we got some more drive time. I was about to end it, but we still got a little more drive time, y'all. I apologize. No, that's a good thing. Y'all see the frustration on my face? It's a train right there. I can't get past because there's a train coming through. So I got to go around, which is fine. Gives us a little more talk time. But my biggest thing is, I want you to be prepped to the point where even if you only have 3 days of food, 3 days of water, you should be able to ration that and be able to make it. You can hold, if you got 3 gallons of water and you got enough food for 3 days, you should be able to ration that and make it a good 7. Okay, especially with everything that's in your water. Everything that's in your house. Because remember, you still have 40 gallons of water in the normal household water tank has 40 gallons of water. Okay, if you have to bust into that. In the back of your toilet, you have about a gallon of water. If you have to bust into that. If you find out something happens, if you have a bob, then fill up your bob in your bathtub and bam, you got that. You got 100 gallons there. If worst case scenario, fill up every pot, every cup you have, and you got water there. And also fill up your bathtubs. If you don't have a bob, just fill up your tubs. But that's if you have the warning. That's if, and see, my thing, one of my biggest fears is the flag goes up, the balloon flies, WROL happens, and we are both at work. Or let's just say it happens and you're at work. How do you get home? How long is it going to take you to get home? Because I know where I live. I know when we have a bad storm and I'm out, it takes me forever to get home. Why? One, because the roads are crazy. People cannot drive. Oh my God, people can't drive. Anyway, the roads are crazy, crowded with people trying to get home, or mainly trying to get to the grocery store. That's where most of the traffic is coming from. People trying to get to the grocery store. When we have storms around here, that's what happens. Usually, you know, people get off work and they flood the highways, and around here, because I'm in a flood zone, it floods everywhere. So everybody that knows the area, they know that there are certain places that you can't go, which means what? It backs up traffic in other places that you can go. And that route home during a storm is crazy. I can only imagine if something catastrophic was to happen. We'll be in a world of hurt. So, start now, setting your mind at ease, because if you start now doing the things that you need to do for you and your family, then if it ever happens, you won't be freaking out. And that is my biggest concern for you. I want you to keep your wits about you. I want you to keep your mind about yourself. And I think we may do. I enjoyed the live Saturday. I think we may go to doing one live a week, and maybe try to do it on a Saturday. Cause that seems like that's the time frame that I got a little downtime. Unless I'm on call, of course, and then, you know, hey, we'll have to do it another time. But as always, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. We are growing. We're growing by leaps and bounds, and the only reason why we're growing is because of you guys. Y'all keep coming back, and the more you comment, the more you watch, the longer you watch, the more YouTube is like, hey, this guy has a good channel, and they show it to other people. And the only way we're going to grow is because of you. And I recognize that, I understand that, and I appreciate that. And at this network and on this channel, we appreciate our subscribers. So thank you. And like I said, we are so close to 100. As soon as we cross over 100, we're gonna do a giveaway, and we're gonna do it live. I don't know what day we're gonna do it on, but as soon as we do it, I'm gonna put up, you know, the requirements of what you need to do to get involved with the giveaway. And it's gonna be some nice stuff. I may give away things that don't cost a lot, but I give away things that are amazing and awesome. Okay? So thank you. Love you enough to tell you the truth. Come back often. Come back. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Hit the bell notification. If you haven't done that, hit the bell notification. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.